Buddha Myaswa Dadana Rojine Buddha Yinji Mujine Jungite Kama Shunjaya Ju Napuya Dwe Tika Tonyaku Asi Dai Jindong Yabuawe Sika Sura Tinjaya Me Jia Me Taka Lilaya Me Atoyame Erago Palilo Seka Lukovare Jidoma Buddha Myaswa Kurenga Tamataya Ragaro Pesha Pisaya Kilidaga Tonsi Shiri Lovave Ki Utikama Giliza Luju Sogare Gilida Ni Priutana Gilida Sitema Superte Priutana Gilida Though Anusia Gilida, Muma Pian in a Gilida body. Gilida Tonzigo Dilatica, the Maditica, Pinatica, Tonune Pesha Pin Naima when I Yagatoda more Sajida Gilidari the Phoebe are Nebido Yoga Kukanganimara. Gilida Puri Nima, take Ijam Asileya Nevada. Daja Pezea Gilida, Tomio Shiro, Pere Nia Lebe, Tomio Mesoviaga, Tamakevare. The Gilida Tonzina, Paramazu, a Chanzago, Sila Sikane, Payavare. Darim Lucamusum Lupeni, Darim Biogamusum Pioveni Avana. She had Ubasiga, Musa Mizumi level through a library, and there's a Navatila Pizology, Atolupivara. Tabila Guru, 2 Tanarivaro, Mira Tanarivaro, Shivatilan Nema, Boviro Comare, Kuna Saudi Lady Dila, Joya Muya, Tainting South of Nalusia. Siane Dekan about Jendo, ascending Pedori. Tamabis on Luciano, Tepai Dekan, Jendo Mulvero, Babelo Lesser, Asana Magin in a Bogoria, Bezapo, Shilucia, Twimboya, Tamalvero, and Bezapo Shima, Bezapo Kaunima, Dama, Luati Sasari, Twin of Shibara. Ilaha Pasapau net do what do it. Pasapau Kauli, Lucia de Sari, Twillo Pili, Taja Pasapau net do the Tila de Kao, Patamazo Saudi Video, Majuya, Tainting Social over. The Madi Kaga, Sitema Pin and a Gidari, Pumia, Juri, Kagwe, Hova. Pila Lucia leve era di Pesha Pite, Lunga Mavadura. Pinaticaro, a tipia di Pibiro, Boasega Balare, a sue lani body, Mupio on Cupid the Wave. Eragaro, no Pajama, Lungansin and Twebiro, Shinimbame. Poiro Buddha Sabi ma Ojas, don't have a shiver. Ojas are Sawa the body, Manamama. Pawene Kuagu Pisi Ninde, see Nego Biovare. Tuku Haralu Covarema. Yugo Yishi a Boguri Manamazo. Yugo Jima Luate Sawaria Pare Kuagu Pisi Ninde, see Nizin Tebiavare. Illu Vitamin Comavoli Pitazo Vitamin A, Vitamin B, C, D, E, Sasarima Pavaledama. Edilu was at the Pare Sasarigo, so on Sabivama, Tikanaguia leve Slupshana Mother. At the level set on him, mother. Tiro Kanagoma Sasaga Yashi Kuao Pisi Nine, a sea and neck body, Nizi Tapia the low, say by Sayama leve, Ozatati, Lure, Soraboli, Nale Tahoga. Pidai Maju, the review, some Saint Hazard. Kureza video Bodmia only, Porai, Manabu Yandre, Asai Muria, Shindakaimu, Uje. Dinamio Nevoli, Porai Io, human illusion, Ozatati, Wembuya, address, send the paper. Sebasia, Ozatis, Ragaro, Amangu, Yonji Lekane, Dadadia, so article. Amarigo, Shawyere, Yayam Huria, Mavi, Tolochi, Wokayere, Dadi. Sezima Ninyamu Moya Olo, Kagwe, South de Dadi. Sibiambara Pia or Ayo, Kaune Mavoli, Susi with the Marine. To get a sheet Diadigo, Pepia da Paicha Timu Pina. Magamu to say Diadigo, Loyama, Pure Majaziyama, Shit Hirine, Chokta de Utababoli. Eradiha. Say by Saya, sorry, Babe. Very sorry, she lavoya, do a go. Peter Masu, the review, some and does a time volley. Eradi, the retabit of Shumaya Bara. Shumaba Mial, Oligi Yala Visualization. Tamosa, Kore, Kona, Ozari volley, Kure Yola. Poi Peter at Chiato Konga Babi. Digo needed losing Pioginaro. Duty ma Yukana at Osa tell Luatalo Nankana Nadia at level Osatati Luate Suravoli Nale Tabu Yijiware. Yukana Osatati Piso tables Rado, Madeira Sari, Shawmido. Dere Sarega Valley, a sea in it, Kuapi, a sea nidigo, Luna or Sabia Vada. Sarega leve, Nini Waya Vada. Dama Yadari, 12 of you. Kona, a sea nidi leve, Pantna with the Dona Vada. You did it, Waya Vada. Told you as a way, Samia was at the Pilla. Sipensaya Kuari le Pila Bosura leve. A lawyer a Jogo Dale Vido, Mianu Tambuta the city. Tambuta the six Shiva by you did and Lily Sazane, Mema no, City Sazane Lonimare. Conatamelo, Nina Wadalo Valia. Don't know tell me the Chinese Wabito Musada Muro. Was that a Yago they Manuel? Didi Chajavoli, Sisi Sasa, you did. Mianu Tamuta with a lolo about it, a lolo ma. I over corner or molly. Si by Saya, Oza Dadi Voli, a sea niddy voli. Come out kissing and a sea niddy. Say my same when we don't learn about it. Every day, Josabuya, Dweboli, a good Janet, Naiva Lima. Madeira Belu Shamare. Say it's him, Ozadati Belu Ted Baby at the Suya Jang Celebito Navu Babe, Huida wanted to love Babe.
That's all for today.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
When we have become a human, when we have a human birth and we have the opportunity to meet with the teaching of the Buddha, then in order to get the full benefit of having been born a human and meeting with the Buddha Sasana, we need to practice the three trainings, the three sekas. The trainings, or sekas, are things that we must learn and practice. We need to study them repeatedly, and we need to develop them. The Buddha taught these three trainings because there are three grades, three levels of kilesas, of mental defilements that need to be removed. These are the vitekama kilesas, the transgressive kilesas that get expressed in body and speech, and the pariyotana kilesas, the obsessive ones that boil in our mind. And the third grade is the anusya kilesas, the latent ones, the ones whose seeds have not yet been cut off. These three grades of kilesas are removed with the training of sila, morality, the training of samadhi, concentration, and the training of paññā, wisdom. And only when they are removed by these three trainings will the defilements of greed, hatred and delusion, lobha, dosa, moha, and so on, slowly decrease and finally be removed completely. So because there are three kinds of kilesas that need to be removed, the Buddha taught the three trainings. Among the three grades of kilesas, the grossest level of kilesas are removed by sila. The training of sila is what points out what we should and shouldn't do. Don't do that. Don't say that. And each of us has sila that is relevant to our life. For example, monks have the sila of monks. Nuns have the nuns training. And laywomen and laymen have their relevant sila too. We must keep at least the 5 precepts. But here, in this place, it's more suitable to keep the 8 precepts. And if we can keep this sila unbroken, then the remaining trainings will be able to come about quite easily. So without sila, it's not going to be easy to develop the other 2 trainings. Just like we can only put food into our bodies when we have a mouth. Without a mouth, we won't be able to eat. And sila is like the mouth. When our mouth is good, then we're able to put food into our bodies and we can be healthy. Because sila is like the mouth, what we need to do first is take the precepts, and then we need to keep them unbroken. The training of samadhi seka, prevents the kilesas from occurring in the mind, and if they do occur, it dispels them. The training of paññā seka, cuts off the potential for kilesas to arise completely. It removes the seeds of kilesas when paññā is fully developed. And this will be discussed when Sayādaw talks about the practice. In the Buddhist text, there's a word called oja. Oja is something that is present in all types of food. its nutrition, nutritious essence. It's also called ahara in Pali. And everyone who has a body needs this nutrition, this oja, which produces strength. And you could call them vitamins, multivitamins. We have multivitamins that support us. Vitamin A, B, C, D, E, and so on. And these are contained in food. So only if we eat food that contains this nutritious essence called oja will we be able to move about. And only then will our bodies continue to exist. So just as we need to put this nutritious essence contained in food into our body every single day, so too mental oja, the nutrition for the mind, is also needed. We need to understand this. Sayādaw mentioned the rule of practice. Always apply mindfulness at every arising object. Chittaṃ hachu sati pyu sambo asinta. Whenever an object arises in our being, we need to observe it. So to note every arising object in our experience, we need virya. We need to make the effort to observe the object when it arises. And we need vitakka, aim, so that our mind is in focus with the object. If we use these two, effort and aiming, courageous effort and aim, accurate aim, then if we use these two to note, to observe the object, then oja, the nutritive essence of Dhamma, will develop. So first of all, faith, the mental power of faith to trust in that which is trustworthy, in that which is true. And then courageous effort to stop ourselves before we do something wrong. And if we do, courageousness to admit that we have done something wrong. And sati, awareness, mindfulness, which protects the mind by blocking out kilesas. And collectedness of mind, known as samadhi. The clear knowing of paññā. The shame that will prevent us from doing wrong, hiri, moral shame. And moral dread, the fear of the consequences that will occur. Ota, that is moral fear, wholesome fear, called otapa. These are mental powers. And to develop them, we have to apply our mind to observing the object that arises at the present moment with aiming and effort. If we do this many times, then the Dhammoja, the nutritive essence of Dhamma, will get into one's being. Sayādawji's time is up for speaking. So in essence, what he wants people to understand is that just like we humans need nutrition, food that contains nutritive essence for our body, so too for our mind, we need to have something nutritious. Just like with our body, we need to avoid things that don't agree with us. We need to avoid bad food. We need to take food that contains enough nutrition, enough wholesome qualities for us to be strong. And we need to chew carefully. And when we do this, take the proper food, avoid the bad food, and chew carefully, then the nutrition that is in the food can spread throughout our body, and we can be strong. So we have to chew respectfully with the practice. So just like with this, I lost my place. So we have to chew carefully when we eat our food, and with our mental work also we need to be careful. So we have to cherish this practice which develops our mental energy. We should understand that the practice develops mental energy, supports our mind, so we should cherish it. And only when we have this mental attitude of cherishing the practice will we work to be continuous with our practice. Just like with food, if you just chew a bite of food 1 or 2 times and then swallow it down, you won't be able to get as much nutrition. So too, with practice, you have to chew carefully, you have to practice carefully, practice in a connected way, with respect for the practice and with continuity. And when we do so, this nutritive essence will become very strong, it will develop amazing power, and will come into our body, into our mind. So the remaining part of this, of the time that Sayadaw has to speak during this retreat, will be about how to avoid what is not suitable for us in terms of the mind, and how to put in what is good for us. That's all for today.
Sayādaw, Sayādaw, Sayādaw.
တရားထုတ်ရမှာအနှောက်အယှက်ကင်းကင်းနဲ့လို့လောလောတရားအထုတ်နိုင်ဖို့ရာဘုရားမြတ်စွာကိုယ်တိုင်လည်းညွှန်ကြားထားပါတယ်ကျမ်းဂန်များလည်းပဲဒီလေးနဲ့ဖော်ပြထားပါတယ်ဒီမှာအမှန်တော့အစတုတာတွေကဘာဝနာရှိဦးဆိုပြောရမှာပါပဲအဲဒီလေးမျိုးကတော့ဒီဗုဒ္ဓနုစတိဘုရားရဲ့ဂုဏ်တော်တစ်ခုကိုဖန်ပန်ထတ္တတရိယာခြင်းနိမေတ္တာတတ္တဝါများပေါ်မှာကောင်းစားစီတို့ရဲ့စိတ်ဖြစ်ပေါ်စေခြင်းသုံးအစုဘဘာဝနာဆိုမိမိခန္ဓာကိုယ်အပေါင်းနဲ့ကြည့်လို့ရှိရင်တရားဝယ်ဖြစ်ပြီမဲ့လို့ခွဲစိတ်ကြည့်လို့ရှိရင်တရားစရာကင်းပြီးတော့ဗောလေမတတိစရာအနေနဲ့ရှုမြင်နိုင်တဲ့ဘာဝနာတစ်မျိုးပေါ့လေးတရားမြည်ရေးကိုကြိုရင်တွေးဆထားတာဗောလေမရဏစတိဆိုတော့ဗောလေအဲ့ဒီလေးမျိုးပါပဲအဲ့ဒီလေးမျိုးတွေကပထမဆုံးဗုဒ္ဓနုစတိပေါ့လေဗုဒ္ဓအနုစတိဗုဒ္ဓရဲ့ဂုဏ်တော်တစ်ခုကိုပေါ့လေတစ်ခုဖြစ်စေအများဖြစ်စေပေါ့လေအနုစတိဆိုတာဖန်ပန်ထထသတိရနေတာအခုသတိပဋ္ဌာန်တရားကိုအချိန်ကြီးအားထုတ်နေကြတဲ့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်တွေဆိုတော့ဗုဒ္ဓနုစတိကိုအချိန်များများယူပြီးတော့အားထုတ်ဖို့မလိုပါဘူးဂုဏ်တော်များတဲ့ကတပါးလောက်ပွားလို့ရှိရင်လည်းလုံလောက်ပါလားအဲ့ဒီဂုဏ်တော်များတဲ့ကတော့အရဟံဆိုတဲ့ဂုဏ်တော်ပေါ့အရဟံဆိုတဲ့အဓိပ္ပာယ်ကဘောဆစ္စကပါလာတဲ့ရာဂဒေါသမောဟကိလေသာတွေကိုဘုဒ္ဓသတိပဋ္ဌာန်တရားအထုတ်ရင်ကမလေးပါနဲ့တခါအပြတ်ရှင်းပလိုက်တာအထူးအဖြင့်၄ခုမြောက်အရဟတမေနဲ့အပြတ်ရှင်းပလိုက်တာဝါဒနာခေါ်တဲ့အငွေ့သက်ကမကြဘာမှမရှိတော့ဘူးပြောင်းစင်သွားတော့ပဲတန်ရှင်းသွားတော့ပဲအဲ့ဒါဖြစ်ပြီးတဲ့နောက်မှာမြတ်စွာဘုရားဟာဘလို့တရားတတ်မဲ့စီအာယုန်နဲ့တွေ့လည်းပဲတရားတတ်မဲ့မှုအရှင်းမရှိတော့စိတ်ဆိုးစိတ်ပြည့်မုန်းစရာနဲ့တွေ့လည်းပဲစိတ်ဆိုးတာမုန်းတာအရှင်းမရှိတော့မြတ်စွာဘုရားမှာမိမိတဏ္ဍာမှာဖြစ်သမျှတွေရောအခြားပုဂ္ဂိုလ်တွေတဏ္ဍာမှာရောဗိဓကအရာဝတ္ထုတွေရောစဉ်းစားလိုက်လို့ရှိရင်မသိတာရလို့ဘာမှမရှိဘူးအကုန်လုံးရှင်းနေတာပဲဒီတော့အကုသိုလ်ရဲ့အရင်အမြစ်လောဘဒေါသမောဟတွေဆိုတာမြတ်စွာဘုရားမှာအငွေ့တဲ့ပါမကြအကုန်လုံးရှင်းပလိုက်တာအဲ့ဒါအရဟံဆိုတဲ့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်ပြပါတယ်ဟာတန်ရှင်းတော်မူတယ်တန်ရှင်းတဲ့အတွက်လူတွေနဲ့ဒီပြမာတွေကဝိုင်းပြီးတော့ပူဇော်ကြတယ်လေးစားကြတယ်မြတ်လို့ကြတယ်အားကိုးကြတယ်တန်ရှင်းတဲ့အကြောင်းခုံကြောင့်အများရဲ့ပူဇော်လေးစားခြင်းခါရတဲ့အကျိုးကိုအလိုလိုပေါ်လာတော့တယ်အဲ့ဒီနမူနာလေးကိုကြည့်ပြီးတော့မြတ်စွာဘုရားကိုယ်တိုင်သူထံရှင်းကပ်လာတဲ့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်တွေကိုယ်ရောနှုတ်ကိုစိတ်နဲ့စိတ်ထားရောပြောစရာကဲစရာအဖြစ်တွေကင်းတရှင်းအောင်ဆိုပြီးတော့တိက္ခာ၃ရပ်ပေါ့လေသီလတိက္ခာသမာဓိတိက္ခာပညာတိက္ခာသီလတိက္ခာနဲ့လူကြီးစုဖို့တဲ့ကိလေသာတွေကိုပယ်နေအောင်ပေါ့လေနည်းပေးထားတာစိတ်ထဲမှာဖြစ်နေတဲ့ကိလေသာတွေကိုမဖြစ်ခင်ကကြိုးကာကွယ်တဲ့နည်းဖြစ်လာလို့ရှိရင်ပယ်ရှားတဲ့နည်းမျိုးပါမကြံပေါ့လေပယ်ရှားတဲ့နည်းပေါ့လေတိက္ခာ၃ရပ်ကိုမြတ်စွာဘုရားဟောခဲ့ပါတယ်ဟောတဲ့ကျင့်သုံးတဲ့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်တွေဟာကျင့်သုံးတယ်လို့သူတို့ဟာခုနစိတ်ဓာတ်၃ပါးလုံးအပြည့်အစုံတန်ရှင်းပြီးသွားကြပါရဲ့အဲ့ဒါလို့ဆိုရင်တတိရှိတဲ့ခုံတော်ပါပဲဒီမှာ Mutripta Bhavana Tia Atujara Bukuriha Posasuka Palare Audu Piti Yemi Lovadota Mohali Wali Edari Beneo Atuyara Tukushi Teo Kinzi Lu maybe Lu Yabo Nila Manchi TV Valley Lamha Dai Chindo Yabale Dama Kenava Buddha Kura level deep Dambana Tia Atubido Yagatota Moakri Dari Kiwi Sinji Edwara Buddha Kure Atote Lanzi Vavadama Buddha Boma Mayunji Bokuri Tomo Boga Yeya Yunjibu Ane Pokuri Jara Buddha Notari Bhavana Asaboli Damako no Tuku Palu Yavare Damakoi Lady Damakoi Chakarega Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Buddha Kore Hotare Damaha Nilanja Chindone Bogo Autamajaya Aulo Swema Timbire Sinta Mimbire Tamawa Jini Mane Atu Adi Tamaha Tamago Nazavia Nilanja Hotagere Nilanja Hotara The Gakita Kilo de Pogori Nimidi Yamido Ato Lumiabo Patamazu Dilari Piso Mido Jini Mane Lila Daddy Mandama Jini Mandano Jindoyara Jindology Jindondala Yagadota Moha Kiditari Wali Kiwi Sinjedwavare Anezo Diwa Masolushi Totoban Pietores Pusimia Boa Say Yotores Ediboko ha no body say the tail no. Outano Danjari Bori Piero Diwa Maleve Turosi Say Yotore Soro Yan Kaga Julun Sogara Giritari Leve Sogamuri Lemesiro at the Loti Pieto Varetama Diro Didiaro ha Dea Mianuja Pokuri of Hope Chana Yomine Dayadani Jayo Neroma 6 Gillian Ravali Sakoniko Nidi Vida Jendology Saint Chanda Sotatsuka Korabo who was an Asuka Jongju Yuna Diari Yikle Pio Adi say Yotware Yoha who was an Chanda Sa Piedora. No, since it says it wasn't a Chanda dead or a say Chanda net who was an Chanda di Chanda Yara. That le Kauniko Atojiba Amakamare Sabido Atolo Tebe Watanayani. Say Yok Bido Yije Piso Babi Soroshea Pawata called Yuna Pisi Yade Vido Apota called Yuna Pisi Yadore to get Chanda Sego Wally Aria Menyane Twitchy Doma had a song going go the aroma Sagoni go Alicaliana. Alekoni go musically anane. Not so Koni Prios and a Kaliana, a Sali, so Koni Kuni Piso Marere. A Kukalabo Kuriado, the gate Tamasi, so ye, Mianuja Rapito. Editiaro ye, Kond Kugu, Nale Tali Ye, Diale Yujime, Didia Yalu Sanari Leve. Pila Mava Sanapita Nilam and Josaluchi, Josa the law. တိသမာဓိပညာတွေပေါ့လေစိတ်ပိုက်ဆိုင်ရာစွမ်းအားတွေပေါ့လေထူးထူးခြားခြားဖြစ်လာမှာပါဗျာဒါကြောင့်မလို့ဗုဒ္ဓနုတ္တိဘာဝနာသို့မဟုတ်ဓမ္မကိုကြီးပေါ့လေဓမ္မနုတ္တိဘာဝနာလည်းပဲပွားရပါတယ်ဘုရားရဲ့ဂုဏ်တော်ကိုသိပြီးတော့မြတ်စွာဘုရားကိုကြည်ညိုတဲ့စိတ်တွေပေါ့လေယုံကြည်တဲ့စိတ်တွေဖြစ်တတ်ပါတယ်မယုံကြည်လို့ရှိရင်ဘာမှအလုပ်မဖြစ်ပါဘူးယုံကြည်မှအလုပ်ဖြစ်တာပါသူလောနဲ့မဆုံးဖြတ်နိုင်တဲ့မွေခွဲနိုင်မှုတွေရှိနေလို့ရှိရင်လည်းအလုပ်မဖြစ်ပါဘူးယုံကြည်နဲ့ပြုလို့ရပါတယ်မြတ်စွာဘုရားကိုယုံကြည်တော့မြတ်စွာဘုရားဟောတဲ့တရားပေါ်မှာလည်းပဲယုံကြည်မှုတွေဖြစ်လာပါတယ်ဟုတ်မှာဟုတ်ပါမလားဆိုတဲ့ယုံမှတ်တန်တရားတွေတော့ခင်းတတ်ပါတယ်အဲဒါလိုယုံကြည်မှုတွေဖြစ်ပြီဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ဟောကြားတဲ့အတိုင်းအားထုတ်လို့တရားသူကြီးအစဉ်တမ်းမြင့်တဲ့တရားတွေရလို့တဲ့ဆန္ဒတွေလည်းဖြစ်လာတတ်ပါတယ်အဲဒီဆန္ဒပေါ်ပြီဆိုလို့ရှိရင်လက်ရှိ